Hi, this is Steve. I was watching a Star Talk clip about the grabby aliens, and see those people that made that paper explaining how grabby aliens, would take over everything and change everything to serve them. And the question is, why don't we see the grabby aliens? Well, it's like they're here, but they're invisible. So Neil deGrasse Tyson said that if the grabby aliens show up, he's going to kick their ass. And I think they're going to be grabbing his. So it's kind of like everybody's being touched by the grabby aliens. I'm kind of in this experience where everybody knows everything I've ever done, and I'm trying to get so that I don't care, so it doesn't bother me what whatever I did in the past is the past, and it's not relevant. See, the one thing that the so far people in academia have not seen the necessity of the law of fairness. And my spirit friend that communicates with me telepathically, she said that this law of fairness is like the biggest thing ever. Not just for planet Earth, it's bigger than that. It involves like the entire universe. Because I'm trying to think, why would it be like that? That people would not want to enact something that's so simple and obvious. We need to stop doing each other wrong. And it's like they've never made a law to make that happen. So before we had written words, and we were like tribal people, hunter gatherers, and then the first city states appeared and languages appeared. Um, Before we had the written word, probably even before we had languages, pre-human, I'm trying to explain how this is a fundamental force that's against fairness. Because the species any particular species, the individuals that are unfair, they have a lot of power. They prosper, and they destroy anything in their way. So the idea that I'm trying to convey is that there's this fundamental force of evil, of unfairness, that opposes the law of fairness. So anytime anybody thinks of that, we should stop doing each other wrong, they get attacked. You know, the crucifixion of Jesus story is an example. He said, love one another, pray for your enemy. The golden rule, that's what we're talking about. Don't do others wrong. And he got killed for it, so to speak. So my argument is that aliens that don't adopt the law of fairness are going to kill each other, or they're going to get in a war with other extraterrestrials more advanced that will kill them or put them into exploitation. I think that's more what happens. Because if you have a mind that doesn't care what you're doing to others, then you do whatever you want to others without concern for being fair. So I've been talking about facing the fear of the monster dreams we had when we was kids. We had really scary dreams about monsters. Why? Because they want us to know that there's a monster that we need to. Well, it's like we'd run to for protection from our parents. Would become afraid of the dark. Sometimes would have to have a light on. We imagine scary things on the wall. So, my opinion is that our psyche has been communicated with from higher beings, and that they intentionally let us know about the thing that's scary. So there's been a war. I was told there's a war against those that don't care about us, that are exploiting us, and they have control of the planet, but not for long, because the World Fairness Agreement is what stops it. So they're not going to gain total control, and we're not going to have any vengeance toward them. That's about forgiving and bringing about the agreement and the exoneration for the past. People are hung up on what people did in the past. That's a trap. You need to free yourself. That's what forgiveness is about. It's not for the person you're forgiven. It's to free you from being bound by what happened to you. So we need something to turn the tide of opposition to the World Fairness Agreement in favor of the World Fairness Agreement. And we need something to stop the opposition to the law of fairness as the fundamental law of everything. It's like the only commandment we need. So if I was to write a Bible, it would just have one sentence: don't do anyone wrong. The end. That would be the end of the Bible. So here's what's going on. The aliens, this is about the monster sphere. They're going to kill someone. And they're telling me as I'm parked in the parking lot up at the Canyon Glen Park in Provo Canyon. It's just a hop, skip, and a jump away from UVU where Charlie Kirk got killed. So I saw in the dream there's something behind the tree. And it's so powerful it can pick a grizzly bear up by the neck and lift it off the ground. And it's got a snout that's marked up like different kinds of animals. I remembered the dream when I saw the picture of the mandrill with the red colors and the on its face, on its snout, and it's got big teeth. When I was a child, I was terrified of mandrills. Extremely afraid of them. Just seeing them on a nature show on the television, I'd have to run out of the room, go hide. I don't know why I was so. I got over the fear, and then I could watch the shows talking about the mandrills. So I was able to I started observing what they're like to each other, and I saw that they were just one of the animals that I was really afraid of. So this thing that's got the power to pick a grizzly bear up by the throat off the ground, it's like got symbolism of that monster fear. So it's kind of like the monster. And see, that's the aliens creating these dreams in our mind. So they're telling me I better run, I better get away from this place and go hide. And because the aliens are going to kill someone up here in Provo Canyon. And it might be me if I don't leave. So, I'm not going to leave. I'm going to stay and see if somebody gets killed. I'll be a witness to this monster. Maybe the aliens will show up. My friend said that he's seen them. People have told me that they've seen them, and I'm there. I'm like, I've seen that they can change people's form. So that it's like it doesn't matter what they look like. They can make anything look like anything. They can make us look beautiful. And they don't want me to know that they can do that for people. So they don't want me to know that people I know personally have done that. And it's a secret, and I should never find out about how they're with the side of evil that transforms them into this beautiful, beautiful body. They have a very beautiful, attractive body. So then, this is about shame. And shame is a driving force. It's like we don't want to be put to shame, so we like fight them, try to put them to shame instead. See, some people have beautiful bodies and some people have unattractive bodies. But all of the human bodies stink. So it goes with this that the aliens are going to kill someone and people are giving each other crap. It's a crap fight going on. Don't disrespect me or I'll give you crap. And it will stink, you know. So there's that going on. And then there's always like the alpha male energy that shows up and I better surrender or I'm in trouble. But they don't know the alien's going to kill someone. Have a great day.